Yo, everybody. How's it going? Just finished up in the real world doing a live workshop, which you guys get access to upon entering the real world. You have access every single day to live workshops on everything from making money online to social media. Now, I'm going to promote this real quick. This is a complete spur of the moment thing, and moving forward, we're also going to be having higher production quality. So I'm going to have reaction videos going on. I'm going to have all that. So it's going to be fun. So guys, let me promote this real quick. Welcome, just see somebody tuned in. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Doing great, bro. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments. That's awesome to hear, bro. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Okay, so just did my promotion. Once again, this is a complete spur of the moment show for us to do. So moving forward, we're going to be doing super fun streams. Just you and I hanging out, having a conversation, reacting to videos together, all that type of stuff. So I'm going to even have a cool banner around here on our next live. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, thank you everybody for asking how I'm doing. Hope you're having a positive and fantastic day. And as I was saying at the beginning of this, I just got off of doing an exclusive real world only live workshop every single day, 7 p.m. Dubai time. I go on a specific topic that's going to make you money or help you grow your social media, aka do both of those. Because you have to get the attention to be able to monetize. Let's see. I have a question. Shout out, please. Let's see. Guys, let's keep the chat good. If you guys have specific questions about the real world, if you have specific questions about the future of these shows, anything like that, we can talk about it. Otherwise, I'm just going to freestyle. Once again, like I literally came on here and I was like, nothing really to talk about. Let's just hang out with the fam. By the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I dropped a new video today. The 5 steps to making money in 2024. You should all go take a look at that. Now, those of you who are going to make the most out of that video are already inside the real world, so you'll be good. But it goes into 5 steps on exactly what you do, a 2-year plan to change your life. Let's see. What to do if I'm afraid to talk to a client. What if my parents don't trust? Bro, I only answer questions like this inside the real world. So this stream is not to answer questions on how to make money, answer questions on getting clients. I cover that extensively and exclusively inside the real world. This is just, if you guys want like general life advice, travel advice, anything like that, let me know. Okay, I will answer this. Telegram channels are the new newsletter, kind of. At the end of the day, having a newsletter is still more powerful, and you have their email, and it's just still currently the best method. However, Telegrams, I would highly recommend you do it for or offer that to clients as well. Anyways, so guys, I saw this crazy tweet earlier today. Nearly 60% of students with marketing degrees are working high school level jobs 5 years after graduation. Now, that is insane. And yes, I'm actually going to ban this person right now because he's annoying me. Boom. What was I saying? So 60% of people that go to college to get a marketing degree, they're literally 5 years later working an entry-level job. So high school level jobs is what they're working. Now, if that does not wake you up and make you realize, oh my gosh, clearly following the plan that everybody else seems to be following leads to destruction. And as they say, even in the Bible, the road to hell is wide, the road to heaven is like this, it's narrow. So it's the same way with life. That's actually a very good lesson. You can see everybody. They're going to college just to go to college. They're not going to college because they want to learn a specific trade or anything like that. There are literally people, maybe even some of you watching this, where you're going to college to get a marketing degree, or you're going to college to get an arts degree or a degree in philosophy. And that's stupid. Like, not only are you wasting your time, years of your life, 2, 4, I don't even know how long people go to college anymore. But I literally know people that I graduated high school with, they're still going to college. So it's insane. So you're wasting your time doing that. Add to that, now I know some of you Europeans, you get like free college, all that type of stuff. In America, most of the people I knew personally had to pay for it. I went to college for 6 months. My family had to pay for it. So that's how it works in America. So I'm not speaking for Europe, but wasting time and you're going into massive debt. That's just stupid. You're setting yourself back years and you're setting yourself up for failure. Because the way the system is promoted, is for you guys to come in and you go through high school, you don't really know what it is you want. You're told a lot of helpful information, but not skill-specific information. You graduate high school and then you decide to go to college because, well, that's what everybody does. That's what my parents tell me to do. That's what my friends are doing. You feel that social pressure to just go to college. And it's stupid for you to sit there and think, I'm going to go get my arts degree. I'm going to go get a marketing degree. And somehow magically, just because I've got this degree, I'm going to get some high paying job. You have to understand the way the job market works is they are looking for specific people with specific like criteria or certifications, all that type of stuff. So just because you go and you get a marketing degree or you get an arts degree, just because you have a piece of paper does not translate directly into a high paying job. So keep that in mind. Now, the second thing, and I was tweeting about this earlier, is I would encourage you guys, either if you're going to go to college, that you get a specific degree for a specific job that you want. That's the only way that it makes sense. So as an example, if you're wanting to be a doctor, nothing wrong with being a doctor. I hope that we have some guys watching this right now, some guys, girls, whatever, that are going to be doctors and nurses, because without them, the medical system will collapse. Now, we could discuss on a whole other stream about how doctors should be paid way better. They also, from me looking into it, they have to go to college and just get in tons of debt. Once again, I'm speaking for people in the West. I don't know how it works for you guys over in Europe, but they have to go through years of college, putting themselves through, sure, maybe they got some kind of help from the government or family or something like that, like a scholarship. But ultimately, they have to work for years, go to college for years, and then finally, at some point, they're going to start making good money, and then they have to pay the debt back. Oh, and I forgot about this, but you need somewhere to live. Now, of course, the way the World Economic Forum and some other people are promoting, you'll own nothing and be happy. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're probably not going to be able to afford a house. And if you do buy a house, what are you going to be? You're going to be in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt. So you've got the college debt, you've got the house debt, so mortgage, etc. What about putting away money for savings? What about wanting to go on adventures? What about you wanting to have a family? Like, it's a cycle that is going to keep repeating itself. So here are my 2 tips, once again, that I tweeted about earlier at MoneyBagLives over on X. The 2 things, or the 2 paths, I should say, are going and learning a specific trade. So like, you're going to be an electrician or just anything, plumber. A plumber would actually be a very good trade to learn, because the competition nowadays are weak. They're either getting older, they don't want to work, or they're young people that don't actually want to sit down and grind it out. So if you come in, you're competitive, you're confident, and you have a trade skill, once again, you go to like a trade college, then you are absolutely going to crush it in the job market. Now, the second thing, and obviously this is what I teach inside of the social media and client acquisition campus, is finding a skill that you can build a business around. And as you create this business, you're going to get something called cash flow. This cash flow you are going to use to fund your travels, to put away money for savings, investments, having a life, hiring a team, and all of that. And so that's my personal recommendation for you guys. Once again, this is just my personal opinion. I think college actually can be a great thing if you're going for a specific degree to get a specific job, or maybe you're going down the trade skill path. But otherwise, you need to build some kind of business that starts getting you cash flow coming in. And yeah, you can hear the notifications in the background. You know what it is. I'm always inside there. So yeah, guys. And also the trade skills have a six-figure income potential if you do it right. Obviously, with business, you can make six figures relatively easy. But that comes down to having a set skill that you are selling to people via social media. Shout out to Paul Dubé. Awesome. So you can't find any clients, even though I sent out 100 outreach to social media managers, 10K to 100K followers, asked for their email marketing. What can I do better? I answer those questions exclusively inside of TRW, guys. Like, this stream is just a way for you and I to hang out, you and I to have a conversation. And if you want general life advice, obviously I'll come in and answer that. And then once again, just hang out. A hydrated mind is a powerful mind. Start dropping that in the chat. If you know, you know. Should I focus on getting a house at this point or a Bitcoin? I would focus on Bitcoin. The only thing I like about Bitcoin is not that I think that Bitcoin is going to be this thing that's just going to dramatically transform how much money you have. You're going to go from nothing to multimillionaire. Do I believe Bitcoin does that? No. Could it do that for people? Has it done it for people? The obvious answer is yes. There's a lot of people that made a lot of money with Bitcoin. However, at this current point, I see it more as a store of value. So if you hold your money in fiat currency, what happens? The value goes down because inflation is eating away at our income. I don't even know what the inflation rate's at this point. Could be 2%, could be 3%, could be 8%. I have no idea. But what I do know is if you just hold money in a bank account, it's losing value. Now, the two ways to counteract that is obviously increasing your cash flow and keeping your expenses at a minimum. That's one of the easiest ways to combat inflation and for your life just to be awesome financially. Now, the next one, to do in combination with what I just said, is you can invest into Bitcoin or different things like that. Now, I know nothing about crypto. I'm not involved in crypto at all because I know there are some accounts all over social media right now messaging people, acting like they're me, talking about crypto and all that type of stuff. I have zero involvement with crypto. I'm like 100%. There's so many videos of me out there right now. You know for a fact that all I promote is going out there, building up a business, getting cash flow. Now, to finish my Bitcoin point, with Bitcoin, you put it into the coin, it will lose value. So if you put it in at 70,000 and then it drops to 60,000, well, you just lost the value of your money. It went down. But overall, what has happened? The value of Bitcoin is getting better and better. Think about if you would have invested at like 20,000 and then boom, now you're up to like whatever it is now, 68, 70,000. So from that standpoint, I like it. Outside of that, I don't waste time. I don't waste energy looking into crypto. You want to focus on things that you can control. Now, am I telling you not to get involved? That's up to you. But at the end of the day, all of you guys are watching this. All of you guys that follow me on X, or you're inside of the most profitable campus, the social media client acquisition campus, you know what it is. As long as you're involved in that, you're moving in the right direction. If you're out there and you know what I'm talking about. Cash flow. Cash flow is king. Because if you focus on things that you can control, instead of putting your hope, your desire into things that you can just hope for, crypto, you focus instead on the things you can control, aka the output, the energy you're putting in. You're building up a social media presence, Instagram, your whatever, X, and then you're leveraging that to go out and find clients and make money. Well, clearly that's something you control. Any other questions, guys? First time catching Dylan live. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Exchange rate is wrecking me here. I'm following your advice and going all into the designing career. You were a designer in the past. Got any advice for me? I'm about 1 year in. So, what do you mean you're a designer? Are you talking about like a web designer? Are you talking about clothing? Whatever. Now, when it comes to being a web designer, I did web design, but I was much better at selling it. I'm a much better marketer of that skill. The skill itself, I did not enjoy that much. If I wanted to describe it, me sitting down to do web design would be like I would rather just bash my head into this wall. Ask me to sit down and I don't know, record a video. Ask me to sit down and write an email for a client that's going to make them lots of money, or sit down and write an entire week's worth of tweets. I can do that easily. It's super easy. But web design, it takes a different type of skill, a different type of mindset. That's why I tell you guys to find the skill that you kind of have a natural inkling towards. For me, it was writing. For you, it's clearly design. Let's see, you're a freelancer or a copywriter. Let me know if you're asking that to me, because that doesn't make sense. What are the top 3 best high income skills right now? So what you're going to be looking at is copywriting, as I would say number 1, because there's so many applications of it. You've got email copywriting, you've got Twitter ghostwriting, sales page creation, you've got making landing pages, you've got all that type of stuff. So copywriting, number 1. Number 2, video editor. A video editor that comes in and they truly understand how to make a video that gets lots of views, and whether that be that on YouTube, be that on Instagram, TikTok, etc. They understand how to grow on social media, and they also are a video editor. They do short form and long form. That would be a high income skill. Now, the third one, and I'm not going to talk about this here because I talk about this inside the real world, would be finding a way to get into AI. How can you become like an AI consultant or something like that? So that's my answer. Next question. Big love from Egypt. Shout out to Egypt. Guys, I'm not answering any questions about landing pages or anything that I personally talk about inside the real world. If you want to have direct access to me, you join the real world, you join the live workshops like we just did, and you ask your question there. Whenever I open the floor for all of you guys, you ask the question. Let's see. What else can we talk about that's interesting? I need to talk about things that are interesting that don't get us in trouble, because we're still with YouTube at the moment. So we'll see. It's time management related, and I'm not answering time management questions, bro. For all of you that are asking me about time management, inside of the social media and client acquisition campus, you get access to my time and attention management course. I can easily sell, by this point, I've got 45 courses inside the real world. I can easily sell all of those for dozens and dozens of dollars, hundreds and hundreds of dollars per course. But I've combined and partnered with the real world. So you can find all of my courses, all the new ones as well, all the daily lessons. You can find all that inside of the real world exclusively. So it answers time management. I've already done a time management course. Also, we have the time management secrets part 1 and part 2, the live workshop that I did last week. So you have access to all that. Opinions on looking at the screen for long hours. I use a blue light filter to reduce eye strain. Yeah, so I keep my phone in night mode. My computer screen's also in night mode as well, literally all the time. So you shouldn't be just staring at a screen for hours and hours and hours. It's going to hurt your eyesight, but outside of that, it's also just, it's not good for you, bro. Like, you need to get out there. I've talked to so many of you, and it's not about like, oh my God, I'm addicted to phones. It's just go out there and be a normal person. Go out there and have a girlfriend. Go hang out with your family. Go out there and do some push-ups. Go to the gym. Build a business. Do something. and all these things you're worried about just disappear. Most of you are so stuck in your head that you're not actually going after what it is you want in this life. You're so stuck in your head. That's what I mean whenever I tweet out, wake up now. Wake up. All these videos I do for you guys, I've been doing for years, like 10 years by this point. You can see the transformation. You can see all that. So if I can do it, you can too. Whatever it is that you want out of this world, you can have it. Okay. Hi, Dylan. I've lost a lot of weight. I want to thank you so much for motivating me. Shout out to you, bro. I'm very proud of you. So, guys, yeah, I was like 125 pounds back in the day. Or not 125 pounds. I lost 125 pounds. I was 285 pounds way back in the day. 285 pounds. I lost 125 pounds. And that in and of itself taught me a lot of discipline. So I don't know where you guys are at. Feel free to talk in the chat. Like, are you trying to lose weight or are you trying to put on weight? Because I have two people that are on my team and they're trying to gain weight, which is very interesting. Guys, let me know in the chat right now. Which of you are trying to lose weight? Which of you are wanting to gain weight? You look good in this fit. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. What's your favorite country to visit? So, I mean, personally, my personal favorite country is where I reside, which is the United Arab Emirates. It's completely safe. You have all the convenience. Obviously, I've got friends here as well, so that makes it amazing. And I also like the thing about the United Arab Emirates, I would say, is whenever I was living in South America, I lived there for a couple of years, which is crazy. Time just flies by. That's why you guys need me going after every single day. It was cool, but I was always the top 1% of every table I sat at. I didn't like that. You come to Dubai and you're around people doing a whole bunch of different things. I've sat down and spoke with people that own giant yachts that rent them out. I've spoken to people that are like construction billionaires here. I've spoken to some people I'm not going to speak about publicly out of respect, but I've talked to so many people out here, important people, dignitaries, that type of stuff, all the way down to the guy. There's a guy, I forgot his name. We hung out and grabbed a cigar and stuff together. God, what was his name? Anyways, he moved to Dubai and he's a boxer and he trains people using his Instagram. I've got to remember his name. I'm trying to remember it now. But anyways, he just moved to Dubai and built up this fitness business, and he's filled with like all this life force because he's motivated with what's going on around him. And he's built up quite a successful business online as a personal trainer when it comes to like boxing and stuff. So for me personally, bro, I like the United Arab Emirates because you can meet any type of person from any sphere of the universe. Get inspiration from that, and you normalize a new level of reality. I really want to talk about a certain thing, but I don't know if YouTube would like us. Here's something I like about Putin. I personally believe, this video, I have no idea what's going to happen. This is my personal opinion. Putin is combating the satanic agenda that has taken over the entire world, it seems like, by this point. He's actually directly combating the satanic agenda. Now, one of the things, I'm not going to say word for word because we don't want to annoy all the wrong people right now. But I will say the two things that he's doing that I really like is he's openly promoting marriage, openly promoting it. I was just talking to somebody earlier today, and she basically was talking about how Putin was sitting down with the guy, and the guy was like 33 years old, something like that. And was like, what are you doing? Why are you working? You don't have kids? What's the point of life if you're not sitting there building a family? And I've seen so much content from him with him promoting going out there and getting married. And obviously, marriage is a very interesting topic in today's world. Ultimately, it does bring the man, it brings the woman into a power structure, and then they obviously have children, and that helps combat certain things that are happening in this world, the satanic world. So that's one thing I like about him. The second thing I like about him is he also incentivizes women to have babies. Because in the West, specifically, you don't see a lot of pro-family propaganda. You don't see a lot of pro-family advertisements. It's basically what propaganda is. But anyways, you don't see a lot of that. But then in Russia, from what I've been told, I've never personally been there, it's promoted. It's normal. So those are the two things I like about Putin. Obviously, this is going to be clipped up and hate videos are going to appear. I've been seeing more of those. Speaking of haters, I like my team to send me sometimes whenever I want to get motivated and just have a good laugh. I have them send me some of the haters, and I've seen two of their faces, and they literally look what you expect a hater to look like. Imagine a basement dweller. Ugh, he just eats Doritos and Cheetos, drinks soda. He lives in his mother's basement, and that's what he does. He literally just is obsessed with other people. And you have to understand this. The reason I'm talking about this is what was this? A video 2 weeks ago. A video 2 weeks ago where I was talking about hate and how some of you, as you start going out there and implementing what I teach you to grow social media, you get haters. Now you have to understand most haters are literally just basement dwellers, like I just discussed. Total losers. If they weren't a loser, they would not be dedicating so much of their time to hating on you or into whatever it is they've got their focus on. So number one, you should just completely devalue their opinion immediately. Doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter at all. Now, the second thing is sometimes maybe what they're saying is a good data point on how you can improve. Not always, but sometimes they do have a good point. So you don't get emotional about it. So much of what frustrates you in this world is because you get too emotional about it. You get too emotional about you. Oh, I've got to send 5 DMs, 10 DMs. I've got to post content. I've got to go out and take walks and eat healthy food. Oh, boo-hoo. And you get emotional about it. And when you get emotional about it, you start losing your energy. You start losing your power. Okay. Any questions, guys? Going on 27 minutes here. Wow, lost 35 kgs. Awesome. Have you been to Mongolia? No. Dylan, what is your opinion on reading books? My opinion on reading books is it's mostly entertainment. At the end of the day, reading books, 99% of the books out there are strictly entertainment. However, if you are sitting there wanting to get inspiration, if you're wanting to sit there and get inspiration, you can read a book. You can get interesting ideas. But ultimately, that does not replace you needing to go out into the real world and have an actual experience. Experience breeds confidence. And if all you do is read books, all these fantasy books, all these success books, if that's all you read, you don't take action on it, you're not going to go anywhere in life. Your life is just basically, you may as well just be playing video games 24/7 at that point, the way most of you read books. The point of reading a book is twofold. One is raising your consciousness. Two is to give you skills and ideas to go and execute on inside of the real world. So that's my opinion. It's mostly entertainment, but they can be beneficial. Trying to lose weight, gain muscle, put on. Interesting. Do you think that Saudi is competing and soon getting bigger tourism-wise compared to Dubai? It'll be interesting, bro. It'll be interesting. I think ultimately Saudi has so much money that they don't need to rely heavily on tourism, I would say. I would say they don't really need to rely on it. Now, I could see there being 2, 3, 4 cities open up in Saudi that it would basically be like an expat central where people could go there and it would be very westernized. I could see that. But ultimately, I think they'll stay true to their roots and keep it the way it is. Obviously, the current crown prince or the king, respect to him, he's a visionary and he's actually been building up and upgrading his entire country from what I've seen. So shout out to him. Tourism definitely will be getting bigger, obviously, like boxing, I'm assuming UFC, etc. So you can see it get big in that sense. But as far as is it going to be competing with Dubai, I think they're going to be two totally different things. Next question. How do you deal with stress or you just don't care and work regardless? So number one, I just don't care and I work regardless, but that does not mean that I don't feel the emotion. Just because I don't care doesn't mean that I don't feel the emotion. I feel stress like most of you. Now I can handle boatloads more stress than all of you, but that does not mean that I don't feel stressed at all. But I know how to handle it. I stay calm. I breathe. I'm very calm and collected. Shout out to calmcollected.com. And I'm just cool. I come up with a solution and I handle it. You need to operate on the state of mind that things just get handled. You're going to handle it. And if you do that, then stress, you feel it, but it doesn't take you over. It doesn't take over your mind. Next question. Any tips for social anxiety? Get over it. That's my best tip for social anxiety. You just got to get over it. Like in this world, you only get what you want by communication, speaking it, going out into the real world and taking it, offering value to the world and getting paid. Anything you want in this world, you're going to have to go and it's going to be between you and another person. If you want to have a family, it needs to be a husband and a wife. If you want to go out there and get a client, you have to have a skill. They have to have the money. They pay you. You give them the skill, aka the solution for whatever the problems are. That's that. So you just need to get over it, bro. Go out there and talk to people. Say, have a powerful day and build yourself up as an individual. Your life is just going to get better and better and better. And the social anxiety is going to vanish. Here from the real world, shout out to you. What do you think about the upcoming U.S. election? I honestly, guys, have no idea. I think maybe looked at it 2% of the time. I believe Trump is still running, I believe, but I honestly don't care. I genuinely don't care. Now, that does not come from a ostrich putting its head inside of the sand type of situation where you just don't want to see, or, oh, yeah, I can't influence it. It comes from the sense of it's going to be a bunch of drama. You're going to see all these short clips. You see all these long form videos, all this propaganda. You're going to see all that, and then somebody's going to end up winning. So, like, you need to just focus on your own self. So I might look into that if you guys are interested. We can talk about that on another Dylan Madden show. But outside of that, I genuinely don't care. I pay 0% attention. Now, with that said, guys, that concludes tonight's Dylan Madden show. The spoon isn't real. I look forward to talking to you guys in the next couple of days. In the meantime, make sure that you go check out today's video that I published on the 5 steps to making money in 2024. Have a fantastic day. I will also see you exclusively inside the real world. Peace.